Hello and welcome to Collin and Curtis in the morning. This is episode 22. It is January 23rd, 2016. I am joined as always by Collin, the boss man. Starspeed.
Crowder.
Or wait, that one
you
too.
were going that way. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, I like that. Boss man Starspeed.
Boss man Starspeed.
I'll go with it.
There we go. That's not related to anything at all.
No.
So, how you doing?
Doing great. Kind of recording this at a later time.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
It's early in the morning.
Oh. Where are you from? What?
Japan.
Japan.
Yep.
Uh.
Dragon Quest Builders is great. So
You've been playing a lot of Japanese stuff.
Yeah,
recently.
that's basically my life these days. It's just an endless flow of JRPGs and other weird stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll talk about that on next week's podcast. So anyways, let's just get into the news. There was a lot of news this week, Collin.
Mm-hmm.
So again, not really much of a week to have a main topic, but we got a lot of news to talk about. So we're gonna try to get through these as quick as we can.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the first, and we can just switch on and off or something.
Okay, that works.
So topping off or beginning this news rush is Layers of Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Is coming to PS4, and it's coming to PS4 very soon. February 16th is the date. Now, Collin, let me teach you a little something about this Layers of Fear game.
Now, you said you were gonna blow my mind.
Oh yeah.
About this.
So
game.
okay, I heard about Layers of Fear back around September-ish time. It's been in early access on PC, and I heard about it because it started gaining a lot of traction. A lot of people were doing videos for it. A lot of people streaming it, and it's beginning a lot of positive buzz, like a lot of positive buzz. Watching videos of it, it looks like a horror game that was made for me. Essentially, the premise. I think you're like a painter or something, but you go into this house. And at first, the house is normal, nothing really weird about it, but it's supposed to represent you kind of like slowly, like your mind deteriorating over time, and like you losing this, like
losing your sanity or something.
Sanity, yeah. And so you would like walk into a room. Like the example they use is like you walk into a room, and there's like it's a square room, and there's doors on each wall, and you walk up to the first door, and it's locked, and then you go to the next door, and it's locked. And you go to the next door, it's locked. And once you wrap around, the doors just start vanishing. And everything about the house and the floor, like the rooms and everything starts changing. Like over time as you're exploring. It looks really scary.
Yeah.
It's a good look. Like it looks like everything I want from a horror game.
So the psychological, just go with me. The psychological horror games always interest me, but I would say I'm more like maybe like grounded horror, like if that makes sense. Like maybe like something like Resident Evil, or like Evil Within. Evil Within's got like a little bit of supernatural.
Okay, well, I wouldn't. Yeah,
it's got a little bit of supernatural.
Evil Within definitely does not fit.
Yeah,
that.
I guess so. But like, I guess that's what I mean.
But
I
think I know what you mean.
More grounded. So like, when I play stuff like Silent Hill, it's like very like psychological. It just like it terrifies me.
Okay.
The one thing I remember playing with a friend, like Silent Hill 1, you like we're in the I think we're in the hospital, and like you're in this elevator, and you like need to get up. Like go to each of the floors, like each of the 1, 2, 3 floors or whatever, and then like you're just like, well, I don't really know where to go, and then you like get in the elevator again, and then there's like a 4th floor that just appeared all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like it's like stuff like that just terrifies me.
I love that stuff. So here's the thing about this game. It's getting tons of positive buzz. Like there's a lot of like really good buzz following this game, and it's got me really excited about it. But there's one thing, Collin, about Layers of Fear that, well, let's say, has me afraid of how this is going to turn out. Do you have any guesses as to what that could possibly be?
I was gonna go in route of who's the developer, but
okay.
I think I know where you're going with this. are you worried this is gonna turn into maybe like Soma, where it's just a walking sim?
No.
No?
You
No?
were right the
Okay.
first time.
Oh,
This is
okay.
by Bloober Team. Colin, let me refresh your memory here. Bloober Team recently put out Brawl and Basement Crawl.
Huh.
And they've also done stuff like A-Men, among other things, in the past.
And amen.
I've
to...
played a handful of Bloober Team games, and nothing against them, because I think Basement Crawl was a cool concept, you know. And Layers of Fear obviously looks great.
Yeah.
But that was the thing that baffled me when because I keep hearing Layers of Fear, Layers of Fear, Layers of Fear, and I'm looking it up thinking like, wow, this looks amazing. Who did this? And then I looked up to see who the developer was and was like, wait a minute, what?
Huh.
And now, hey, this could be amazing, but that does have me a little skeptical. I'm not,
Yeah.
I can't lie, like. It's kind of been like they've been the people I've kind of been rooting for silently. Of like, yeah, I know Basement Crawl, I know how that turned out, and that was really crappy. And Brawl wasn't great, but at least you kind of made good on that in a way. But and I've said like ever since Basement Crawl, I'm like, dude, like the concept art you guys are doing looks really cool. Make a horror game.
Yeah, because it does kind of have that
a horror
dark
game now. So
dark stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can hope that it's
better
than Daylight.
Look forward to my review in about a month, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Quick.
I mean, Daylight isn't hard to be better than. All you need to do is make sure that you can't cheese the system.
Yeah. What was that like? You don't even have to, like, you just don't look at the monster,
Yeah.
and she'll just never get you.
Yeah. What a dumb game. That game could have been so cool. But whatever. Do you want to take the next one?
Yeah. So Prison Architect. I don't know too much about it. I remember.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Okay, I think
Keep
it's a double 11 game.
Well, they're doing the port.
Oh, they're just doing the port. Okay. Yeah, they do a good amount of port stuff.
Yep.
My one word from watching the trailer, my one sentence description of this game is The Escapist, but just kind of reversed. I was gonna say sentence. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I said word, but I was gonna say sentence. It just kind of reminds me of like The Escapist, but just having the roles.
But better.
So
I owned this game. I bought it in early access like 2-3 years ago, and then it finally came out on PC like 1.0 back in October. Haven't touched that version. Actually, haven't touched it in a couple years. And I need to, because I love it. I love this game. At least what I played for it, like 3 years ago, what I played of it, which is probably vastly different and missing a lot of the features that are actually in the game now. I just loved it's a prison building sim. So you build your own prison. You add like you hire on security guards and like a warden for the prison. You get like people coming in on buses that are prisoners, and they all have their own like randomly generated names, and they're serving terms for like different crimes. So you got to keep them in line, and then you're like building all these different facilities, and you can assign like jobs to different prisoners. So like you have like laundry rooms, and you have the cafeteria, and like sometimes fights will break out in the cafeteria or in the yard, so you got to like break it up. It's a really, really cool game. Super curious how it's gonna work on console, because like a lot of that game, like building your prison, like works very well with a mouse and keyboard, obviously. But Double 11, like you said, they do a lot of good stuff. Especially like, they definitely help a lot with the porting. It's kind of like Abstraction Games is also another one that does a lot of like porting of indie games to consoles. They said spring on this. I don't know. I think this came out on Xbox One at some point, like recently. I could be wrong. I feel like that was actually something that was also happening. But looking forward to that. It's really good. It's a really, really cool game.
Some of my questions, like, how long does it take you to build like your prison? Like,
That's not too long.
Oh, okay, because it just looks like there's like so many areas, like the kitchen and the bathrooms and like a courtyard and the
No,
jail
it's not.
cells.
Yeah.
Okay, it just feels like it
You
would
kind
take
of
a while.
slowly build it over time, like because it starts out and you've only got like a few prisoners, and you kind of
Oh,
slowly over time build it up more and more and more.
So is it a thing where once like a certain amount of people break out, like you just lose, or can you just like rewind and perfect your?
It's
art?
been a long time, so like I'm sure there's probably a lot of stuff that they've added since I played played it in early access.
Sure.
Because like around the time I was playing, they were just adding like laundry rooms, and even that, like there were lots of elements of that was just broken and not working at the time. But there were still like elements in it of like, yeah, you know, prisoners can try to break out, or they can, if you don't have like proper, like fencing around the grounds, like they can just run off. You know, like so you have to really set it up to be very secure. There's also like when I was playing, there was the start of a campaign, so they had like the first like chapter basically that was kind of a tutorial teaching you how to do different things, but it seemed like it was one of the elements of it, and this is something I don't know if it's in the game or not, but there was definitely at least in the story campaign, it ended on you executing somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know like if that was that's something that's staying strictly to like the story or whatever the campaign looks like now. I'm not sure, but definitely this is something that I really need to just get back and play the PC version since I do own it, and see what it's like. But it was a really impressive game when I played it like years ago, unfinished. So I guess yeah, that's that. I'll go ahead and take the next one, and this one's probably gonna be a lot shorter. So Pixel Piracy is coming to PS4, seemingly coming February 16th. They didn't mention a date in the blog post, but at the end of the trailer, it does have that date.
Yeah.
So this is apparently by the people who did Terraria, for one.
Yeah, I'd never played that game, but was it you
cool.
that was okay?
Chris and I both.
Okay,
got into
okay.
that.
I remember somebody from the site was big into it.
Yeah, we played a good bit of Terraria for a while. So I'm just gonna like, it was kind of hard to, or not really that hard, but it was like looking on their website, there wasn't a whole lot of information on this. The trailer certainly did not show very much like gameplay. So I'm just gonna read. There's a short paragraph on the Pixel Piracy wiki, basically. And that should give you a pretty good lowdown on what's going on in this. You will need to hire crew, build a ship block by block. We should mention this is a 2D like pixel, kind of Terraria style. Build a ship block by block. Plot each and every course and keep your crew happy if you plan on making it very far. Know that this game is not a walk in the park, however, as you will be put to the test at every turn. Ransack a village, dig up buried treasure, attack foreign schooners, and more. The choice is yours. Luke can only get a prospective captain so far, so you will have to rely on the skills that you earn upon gaining experience, as well as the trust your men have in you. Like this sounds pretty cool. It is just straight up like a simulation of like being a pirate and having your ship and going out and doing pirate-like things.
Yep.
Maybe there's like sea shanties in this too. I don't know.
Oh man, that's almost like a selling point for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like
sea
that
shanties.
I mean that trailer is basically one.
Yeah, that's true. I like the trailer. Yeah, that's kind of. I don't know if I'd go all the way to say catchy, but I enjoyed the minute and however many seconds that trailer was.
It was a nice minute and 6 seconds.
Yeah. A memorable one.
Talk to me about Life is Strange.
So yeah, Life is Strange. The limited box collector's edition just came out this past Tuesday. If you get that, it's actually $40. Comes with kind of like Max's journal, but it's actually just like an art book. Comes with a physical version of the game, and then comes with a soundtrack. But if you just have the like the game by itself on PS4, like the downloadable version, there will be a director's commentary coming. It was the 25th, I believe. Sure, yeah,
that sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's the 25th. It's going to be available for download, and it's available for anybody who has Life is Strange.
Okay. So there's one other thing here. And now I've not verified and like I've not gone through and checked this out yet, but I was reading about it earlier today, and I don't know if you've heard about this. Apparently, there was a patch recently for Life is Strange, or maybe, and someone was saying that they looked at what it fixed, and under the patch notes, one of the things was saying that it improved the lip sync.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool because I mean I feel like most of us were in agreement, and we talked about this in some of our spoiler casts, is that the lip sync is like the one thing about that game.
Yeah. It's probably some of the worst lip syncing.
It's not. Yeah, the lip sync is not great. Yeah. It certainly it has its moments where it's okay, but there's definitely a lot of times where it's like, oh man. Yeah. So I'm super curious to look into that and see how it looks now. Because that's really cool. Yeah. And would certainly help that game a bit.
And I enjoy that they're actually doing that. But
yeah.
I actually just played episode 1 on PS4 again.
Okay.
And I don't know, was the patch supposed to be out by then?
I don't know. I read about it earlier this morning.
Okay, because I just remember starting up that game and then seeing Mr. Jefferson's lips and just being like, oh, well.
What I would assume not in that case, but I just remember reading about it earlier this morning. So that's something that I want to try to look at maybe this week or something and see.
Yeah.
So we had some other news stories, but we're going kind of long, so I got rid of 2 of them. Wonder Shot and Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time are coming to PS4.
But as a Call of Duty, we're going to do like a Call of Duty E3 press conference here. It's just like in the interest of time.
In the interest of time, we're not going to talk about those.
Yeah.
Although I think Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time has a great name and it looks really cool. And we'll have coverage of that soon. Yep. So Republic, I did want to at least talk about this because it's a lot of work going into putting this on PS4.
Yep.
So this is a game coming out March 22nd, which I guess lines up with the 5th and final chapter finally coming out. And this game's been around for a while. It was on Kickstarter, it came to phones. I believe it also came to PC.
Yeah, I think it's on PC.
But it was a game that it was kind of like a stealth action, or not really, maybe not even action really, very stealth oriented. But the gist of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Colin, was that you didn't have like direct control over the character, but you were like hacking into camera feeds, and you were manipulating things from the camera feed.
Yeah.
And so that was lending itself well to like a mobile phone.
There's like certain sections. There's certain sections of like Watch Dogs, if anyone ever played that, or like you're doing like the exact same thing, where like you're not like some of the characters just move automatically, but you're like tripping car alarms and you're turning off lights, and like it's very similar.
Very much so. So here's like the cool thing about this, Colin, and we were reading about this before recording, is in putting this on PS4, they seemingly have done a lot and like really rebuilt a lot of this game to work with like a controller. They were talking about giving you like actual direct control over the character. They've like built in a all new cover system. They changed a lot of the control schemes and how it plays already to kind of fit with having direct control. I guess they partnered with Gung Ho Online Entertainment to do some stuff, to do some like porting work. That just seems really interesting to me because it sounds like that would be a ton of work.
Yeah.
To get it ported over, which is kind of cool. Like it's cool that they're willing to do that, and for a game that I'm not really that interested in, knowing that actually has my interest peaked a little bit.
Yeah.
You could say it was Republic. Nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
Well, I'll say this. What was your hype index before and after?
Was like probably like a 10. It was very low. Now it's like a 40.
Oh, that's still pretty low.
Yeah, but now I'm at least like, I'd be curious to see comparisons, if nothing else, between like
I'm gonna go
the original version and
I'm gonna go the other way. I was probably, when this game was out on like phones, it was still maybe like a 50. Because I think like the first episode was like free. I downloaded it, but I didn't get to play it yet.
Yeah.
Just because I don't really feel like playing it on my iPhone, and I don't have an iPad.
Well, it definitely feels like it's going for a similar crowd as like Metal Gear.
Yeah, very much.
Earlier Metal Gear games, yeah.
But I would say I'm I'm maybe like an 80 right
Oh,
now on my hype
okay.
index for this game.
I look forward to your review.
Absolutely. There's a website I think connected to this, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
PSNstores.com.
PSNstores.edu. Yep.
.edu. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Or
That's it.
.gov.
All right. Well, weird website names and terrible Republic puns aside, that's gonna do it, Colin, for this episode of Collin and Curtis in the Morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good one, I suppose. Colin, there is a ton of games coming out.
There are a ton of games coming out, but you know also what we have a ton of?
Videos.
With
those games also comes a lot of videos, and you should check those out over on our YouTube channel. I believe that's just youtube.com/PSN stores.
I think
there might be something between that. There might be something else. But anyways, you check out our YouTube channel. There is every day there's a new video.
Mm-hmm.
More than one. I mean, right now we still have a Dark Cloud playthrough that is beginning to wrap up. It is very much approaching the end of that game.
Yep.
Eric is starting up to play Rogue Galaxy, and I think I'll be kind of Skyping in to talk with him about that game as he plays through it. So that'll be happening relatively soon. We did the first... We're like streaming it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're streaming and then archiving it. So we streamed the first part today. And then, well, Friday. Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. But other than that, every day there is a new gameplay glimpse or review. Or sometimes both.
Yep.
That go live. So check that out, because that is, with the amount of games coming out, Colin, it is just a constant flow of videos for us for a long time.
Yep.
For what appears to be the foreseeable future.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll keep to that schedule. So check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and let us know what you think of those videos. Anything that we can improve upon and whatnot.
Yep.
Obviously we have our podcast. Going up Tuesday most weeks, hopefully each week.
Yeah.
So we get back into the swing of things there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's gonna do it. You can follow us at PSN Stores on Twitter. I am at PS Penguin, PSP Angwin.
Mm-hmm.
And who are you?
I'm at Bossman C Crowder. The 2 S's and the 2 capital C's.
That's right.
And a bunch of other vowels and consonants in there too.
That's right. And then if you have a question or you just want to say something and get your voice heard on the show, or words read, not really a voice heard,
send us your Republic puns.
You can send us your best Republic puns to podcast@psnstores.com. And if you like what we do and feel like supporting us, you can go to patreon.com/psnstores. And with that, we're going to end this show. Colin, thank you as always for joining me.
Oh, you are very welcome, Curtis.
We will be back next week to wrap up January.
We might even have...
you know what that means.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have any quick predictions?
Quick predictions. We are, of course, talking about the PlayStation Plus lineup that will be revealed in the coming week.
Yep.
Quick predictions. I'm gonna say not a hero.
Not a hero.
Yeah.
I really don't have a prediction.
Okay.
I guess I can't even remember what's coming out.
You know what we were gonna do? Screw predictions.
I was gonna mention
there's a flash sale going on.
There is a flash sale going on.
Alert. Colin, I don't know if you've thought of one yet, because we said we'd give you time to think of it, but I just want to let people know that for $8, you can get The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. That's over 50% off. You can get that game. Do not pass it up. Do not leave this sale without grabbing The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. You will regret it. You will regret your words and deeds.
How are we ever going to find Ethan Carter if you do not spend $8?
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Carter needs to be returned home to his loving family, and how can we do that?
Absolutely.
If you don't buy that game.
Mm-hmm.
That game was one of my top 5 of last year. It is phenomenal,
Mm-hmm.
and it is absolutely worth $8. Colin,
Yeah.
what are you looking at here on the sale?
So I've been looking at a good amount of stuff. But really, we mentioned it before, but honestly, I still just gotta go with Flower.
Mm-hmm.
That's $1.05. It hasn't been on PlayStation Plus for when I remember at any point, so I don't think it's not been free at some other point. It's 3-way cross-buy, so PS4, PS3, Vita. You gotta pick up that game. But also, I thought we would also mention another game that is on the PlayStation Plus Flash Sale that is absolutely worth picking up.
Rogue Legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rainbow Moon is $2.25. Buy it and be happy. Curtis recommended. Curtis recommended. Curtis recommended. Curtis recommended.